don't be touching
Hey guys, it is
John.
Annabelle, Katie,
Michael Myers,
Oh, dear God, we already went there.
a.k.a. Jamie, a.k.a. Dr. Loomis, a.k.a. Jason,
Why is there an
and,
echo?
who's the guy on
Freddy.
that right upstairs? Freddy,
Is there an echo for a reason?
a.k.a. No, not the Joker. What?
Okay, I'm starting this off.
Okay.
The phone's falling. Okay.
That's good like that.
Okay.
So, guys,
That's good.
stay tuned for the end where Heather is going to do her annual Dr. Sleep rap.
Hold on. So,
What?
hair.
what's that? Oh. First of all, I'd like to say that 14 years ago today, it was a Friday morning at 6 a.m. My last little munchkin was born into the world. Katie is 14 today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
She's really
you.
singing it.
Happy birthday to Katie.
So
Happy
embarrassed.
birthday to you. And Annabelle.
Okay. This is part 3 of
Dr. Sleep.
Jenny's here.
No.
A part of this production.
No. No special guest stars. Oh my
Hi
God.
everyone.
Okay.
I've been wanting to see me. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm funny
Oh my
and I'm
God.
smart.
This isn't a date nap.
And I'm
Wait.
looking for somebody to spend the rest of my life with.
You have
And-
a boyfriend.
Oh.
You have Gabe.
Oh. We didn't get a release from his name.
Louis Thomason, you didn't hear that.
Stop.
Okay.
Louis.
This is part 3
From One
of
Direction. Dad.
Dr. Sleep. The last part was kind of chaotic, but we are. What's this?
Go ahead.
But we are going to continue. So where we left off, we kind of my aroma jokes. Brian.
Aroma Joe's, by the
Brian,
way.
yes.
Brian's making it a
Yes. Okay. Aroma Joe's.
Okay, very good. Yes. Aroma Joe's is very good.
When did you get that?
And if you ever had Signature Services sauce marinara, it's very good.
No, you hate it. I have to go to my room and eat it because you don't like it.
So we left off.
We're off topic again.
So we left off where we left off. I watched it. We left off
Angie's
at the.
here.
Yeah. Okay. After the baseball
Okay, so after the baseball game,
kid, they go try to find the baseball kid.
yeah. So
We
Abra.
got way past that.
Yeah,
Go
no, we
ahead.
aren't.
Go ahead.
Abra.
So Abra was really curious.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so.
If you can't handle it,
Okay.
I can do it.
So.
Oh.
You ain't a prize. Okay. So anyways,
Click, click.
Abra Stone. Mom.
Let's go. Just say it.
Okay. You're the one that's like, ooh. Okay. So, Abra Stone, the main goal, she was basically looking for the baseball kid. Now, warning, TW, trigger warning, that scene was kind of graphic.
I'm sorry, I lost what you were doing. What was
TW.
graphic? But what
The
was
baseball boy
We
died.
said
Yeah.
this.
So they go to
You are
find.
getting us off of track, Mom.
They go to find the body, and they discover the body. The guy, his best friend, and Danny Torrance. So now they know what Abra is doing is real. Correct, Katie? Correct.
What?
So we know it's real, and
John.
that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Now stop it.
That's gross. Wow.
That wasn't me. Anyways,
The little boy's name was Bradley.
very good, Bradley. So now, Danny and Abra they figure a way, Katie, of how to trick them, correct?
Oh yeah.
Into what? Killing them, right?
I didn't know that.
Okay. Heather, you're keeping us off track here.
I just said, remind me when you get to Lloyd the bartender. Do you know who plays him?
Yes, I said this to you,
That's like
and
at
you
the
were
end,
shocked.
Mom.
The kid from
From-
E.T.
Yeah, I said that to you. You said that makes sense. It looks like him.
Oh,
I just said this to you 5 days ago.
I
Mom! Oh
And
my
it, I'll tell you
God.
what, I don't think it looks anything like him. But then after you see it's him, it looks like him. In any event, so they set up a trap in the woods, Katie. You remember? And who was the bait? It was Abra. They thought Abra was there
Abra.
by
So-
herself.
forgot. The cast of people is
There we go.
Rose the Hat, and it was Snakebite Andy. She's the girl with the blonde hair. They just
Yeah.
possessed her, and she'll like say things with her mind, like do this or do that.
Yeah.
Then there's Crow Daddy.
Yes.
Then there was
I'm not doing anything.
Danny's friend who helped him was Billy.
Yeah.
There's Grandpa Flick
Yeah.
and Barry the Chunk.
Barry.
And I don't know, maybe these people are just like in the background. There's Silent Sari, Short
Yeah.
Eddie, Diesel Doug,
Diesel Dog.
Apron Annie.
This is like
Diesel Dog.
this is like Diaper Dan.
Anyway, the main person is
Yeah.
Rose the Hat. She is,
Really
She's
well done.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
at
she's
it.
good.
who plays her is Rebecca Ferguson. Good job, Rebecca. You did a great part in that
What's her name?
role. Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Love you, Rebecca Gold.
Hold on, this is important. And
Yeah. I didn't do-
everyone, join us for our next podcast where Rebecca Ferguson will be our special guest star.
No, she's not. God, what are you doing?
Okay, now time out. I'm working very hard, and she's close to signing on, and she'll be joining us live. So make sure
When
you
her
click.
publicist comes and sues
Okay,
you.
make sure you click that
This-
emblem
I'm
at
not
the end of
saying
the thing. Okay.
He is.
So, anyways, Abra is leading them to the woods where they're all there to trick them.
Yeah. So she is sitting on a picnic table like this,
Yeah, that's right,
and they're like, "Yes, go! I know what to do this."
Here's the accent.
It's all in
again.
the mind. It's all.
So they're like, "Yes!"
I
So,
say something.
and she's standing there, and the girl, what's her name? The blonde girl.
Oh, I forget her name.
Who's the blog? Oh, Snakebite Andy.
Snakebite Andy was like, "You're sleepy." She's like, pretend she's like, "I'm so tired." And then she has a needle. TW, if you hate needles. She goes, in the neck, and she turns, she's like, "Yes!" And then the teddy bear, pretend Annabelle's teddy bear. She's like, they just stand there like, and I'm like, "Oh
I don't
no."
happen.
So they're like, "What are we going to do now?" And then they hear a gunshot. And then they're like, "Where'd that come from, girl?" So then we see the.
This is embarrassing. I don't work like this.
Go ahead. That was The
Okay.
Shining.
Yep, that was a shot.
Sorry about that. Mama, so,
Why is she crying?
um,
Oh my god, this
So,
is freaky.
yeah, so they were like, "Yes."
So Snakebite
Why are
Andy.
you crying?
I'm like,
Everybody else was like almost dead. But the crow guy, he left. He got out of there because the Rose saw what was happening in her vision. She was somewhere else,
Oh,
and she was
that's
like,
right.
"No,
Yeah, you're
no!"
right.
She's
They would
like,
get
"Get out
killed.
of there!" It's a setup. So everybody pretty much, died, and Snakebite Andy was one of the last that was alive, and she was going to be dying. Billy was going to kill her, and she told him, do it to yourself instead, which
Right, yeah.
you don't do. So anyway,
That's a good safety message.
and Danny was like, "Oh no!" And somehow Aubrey, Aubrey was in her kitchen the whole time. She really wasn't on the picnic table.
That's right.
There.
Yes, that's right.
And when she kind of snapped out of it, the crow man was there and jabbed her in the neck with something and
In
drugged
her
her.
house. Yep, in her house.
Okay,
No,
now
that's
you can
good.
pick it up from there in the car.
So,
Yes. That's a good,
wait,
very
do we
good
finish
segue.
the wood scene?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so yeah, so the
One thing, everyone is dead except for Crow that your mother
And-
said that kidnapped
yeah.
Abry and Rose.
and then when he leaves, we find out the dad's dead.
Okay, that's a spoiler that we. It's all right.
Okay, so yeah, Abby's dad's dead. And I was like,
Here comes the accent.
Mom! You are ruining my moment!
Come on, now,
Okay.
Katie, we got a tight set here.
So, that's when Abra wakes up in the car. She's like, ooh.
I think I know this scene pretty well. And you do too.
I'm gonna say the first half. and
Okay,
then
go
tell me.
ahead.
You can do when she does the car.
Okay.
Mom.
Okay, how the other one that's.
That's not funny!
In fact, I think it's sad. Okay,
Okay.
I need a tight set. I got sponsors.
Mom, don't sponsor the beats.
Oh,
Okay.
what is she doing?
So, oh my god, yes, queen.
Right, we really.
Okay, so.
You
Mom!
want to get through this?
Don't hold the flowers!
I'm getting angry.
Go ahead, they're in the car.
You're the one that's distracting me. Okay, so they're in the car. She wakes up, she's like, where am I? And she's trying to talk to Dan. But he's like, nah, sweetie. It ain't gonna work. She's like, Mom,
No.
don't.
Katie, are you gonna say this now?
Yes.
Okay, keep saying it then.
So she wakes up and so she tries to come to Dan, it doesn't work. So then we get to.
Okay, go ahead.
I told you I'm explaining the first half. Okay.
So what happens?
So can you give me 2 seconds?
I'm giving you two.
Okay, so then we see Dan and he goes in his house. Okay, so yeah, he goes in his house and then we see him trying to drink. Remember, he was so close to drinking, but then he didn't.
He takes over
No, yeah, but
Aubrey's body.
that's how he gets in there.
Okay, so what is
So then he goes
so,
and
with everything.
okay, you explain it.
please, will you stop?
I'm literally just
I don't
It's
care.
where the spices are.
So, Aubrey is new at this, and she doesn't know how to handle someone like Crow. So, Danny takes over her body, excuse me. Please stop. And anyways, he goes into her body, and he wakes up, and he goes, damn, I feel like I have a hangover.
John,
And
come over more. We can't see
he
you.
starts talking to Crow, and Crow realizes something's weird about this. And he's pretty smart. So they're going back and forth. And then Danny says to him, as Aubrey, he said, it's very simple what I could do to you. And he goes, what? Well, you being almost immortal, you wouldn't think about putting your seatbelt on. And he looks down at the seatbelt, Katie, and Katie, you do this the best. What does Aubrey do in the back? and the car veers off the road and hits a tree. And then he flies out. And what does Aubrey do when Aubrey goes to him and he's dying?
I hope it hurts.
Yes. So
So
everyone's
then,
dead except Rose.
everyone's
the
dead
Hat.
except for Rose the Hat. Now roll. My thoughts and opinions on the scene were 10 out of 10. Go. So fun.
There's the accent
So
again.
realistic. Can you not judge me? Okay. It was so fun, so realistic. Mom, your thoughts on the scene?
She loved it.
It was great. Okay, so after that, Aubrey's dad is dead. And Danny
Has a plan.
finds Aubrey. Oh! Before that, Aubrey's walking down the street at night and she sees Rose. And Rose
Yeah.
just looks at her and she's like, I'm gonna get you!
Abra.
No.
Abra. And Abra just walks right through her like she wasn't even there. She was invisible. She was dust. And so anyway, then cut forward to if you haven't noticed by now, I have a cough. Thank you, Brian.
Okay.
So she was in the car.
We're losing focus.
Abra. Abra
Abra.
was in the car with Danny. And her mom calls her and she says, I love you. And she rolls down the window and throws the phone out
Which
because,
is key.
yes, it's key so that they wouldn't be followed.
That is called GPS, folks. For you kids that don't know that.
Yeah. So anyway. So she said, where are we going?
Uh-oh.
And he said,
Colorado.
Colorado. And what did he call it? He said, it's the only place I know that would be able to help us.
Right.
So, of course,
Where?
you know,
Where spirits never die.
yeah, which is the Shining. What's the name of the hotel?
Oh, good question.
The-
Overlook.
The Overlook Hotel, where Danny was a little boy and his mother, and his father.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, that's the
Spoiler
original
warning.
Shining,
You
so-
can't say that. That's another. Oh, it's. a sequel.
Anyways, so they make it to Colorado. They make it to the
Excellent.
Overlook Hotel. And Danny
No,
says,
she's on a roll. It's almost time to go
Abra,
solo.
you stay out here. Be on the lookout for when Rose comes. Let me know. So Danny goes in, and the first thing he does
He goes to
is
the blue
he can
room.
feel the shining already. Because when he walks in, the lights start to go on.
But he says something.
So his energy is already felt.
He goes,
And when he went up to the light,
yeah,
don't be a thunder stealer,
I was.
he said, Katie, go ahead, say it.
No.
You, let Mom say it.
Wakey, wakey.
Yes, he did say it like that, actually.
Yes, he did.
So then he goes to the room with the gas. And he's like, I have a plan. So then, Mom, cue not. Okay. So he turns on the gas and then he's like, yes, time to look around my old place. So he's looking around.
Okay. He turns on
Yes,
the
he
gas
went to
way
the
up.
boiler.
That's-
No, he didn't.
no,
No,
he
no,
didn't.
he didn't. After he said wakey, wakey, he went to the
Yeah.
boiler room.
Sorry.
And he turned on the gas.
So then he
You were
starts.
right, Katie.
I said,
Yep.
sorry. Good.
Yep.
So then he starts looking around, and then Abra comes in.
No, not yet.
What happens?
Um,
Can you not? We don't
no,
need you.
he was walking around a little bit, and then Abra did say, she's here.
Yeah.
So Abra, he came out, got Abra, saw her coming down with her headlights, through the snow, and they went inside, and they played like a mind game on her. So they were in the kind of big room where the original Shining, he was typing, all work no play and all
with
that.
like the stairs and stuff.
And then he tried to axe his wife,
And then yeah.
So then she walked in and she was going through, the house a little
Let me
bit.
go.
and she's like, you know, they're showing kind of like the staircase. Oh, I'm sorry, the elevator with all the blood gushing out, and she's like, okay, like that's nothing, you know. So then she sees them, and she walks in the room. She's like, where have you been? And she was talking about Aubrey, but then she realized how much Danny had the
So-
shining.
Yep.
And she said it was all dirty and cloudy because as adults, it dulls their shines.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So she comes in. She's going up the stairs, and then it's a familiar scene from the first one. Yes. So she has the axe, or Danny has the axe. He's walking upstairs, like,
Yes.
no, don't get me, no.
Well, she was saying,
And-
join us.
Yes.
Yes. She's like, girl, I can make you a offer.
Well, he's a guy, but okay. I don't know why I keep saying girl.
She's got the accent. I don't know why.
Okay, go ahead.
Cute not.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, so she's like, oh boy, listen here. I can make you a deal. What are you doing, Mom? You look
Come on,
possessed.
Katie, we need to.
Okay. Anyways, okay, yeah. So, and then he starts playing the axe. He's like, no, no, pretend this is the axe. And you're
We
her.
missed the whole part.
What part?
I know. Listen.
Then you say it, smart
No.
guy. Get off your phone.
You
We
keep
missed the
saying
whole
girl.
part
Get off your
because
phone.
as
Your
she
mother-
was talking
Go
to
my
them,
phone
like
now.
in this, like, I don't know, seems like a huge
It's on
living
me,
room, like in a
so-
hotel. And all of a sudden she was outside in the snow in this huge maze, which was, you know, in the original Shining, which, oh, that part scared me so bad when I was a kid. I was terrified. I didn't know I could ever learn how to walk backwards in snow to cover my footprints. But anyway, that's the original Shining. So Aubrey, Abra
Yeah.
started playing with her mind. And she went behind her and sliced her behind her knee. And, you know, and she's like, oh, where are we? Like, what do you have here in your mind? Like, you know, she's trying to, and they tried to, like, put her, like, in a trunk or a closet and lock her away, because that's where Danny put all the things that happened to him in the original Shining. He put him in, like, trunks and locked them away in his mind. But then she snapped out of it, and she was like, whoa, that was powerful. And then Danny was up on the staircase with Abra,
Yeah.
and he said, when I tell you to run, run.
So then,
So then she kept, like, kind of flirting with Danny, you know, this and that, and, you know, but he was an alcoholic, you know. And so she ended up, like, grabbing the axe from him,
And
whacked him, he fell down the stairs, and then
Cut
she
his-
cut his artery in his leg.
yes.
And then she was breathing in as he was dying, and she's like, oh, you taste like whiskey.
She did say
Okay,
that.
so then she rushed like, you have people in there. So then we start.
She was like, what do you have hiding
yeah,
in
yeah.
there?
So then we start seeing the bath lady. We start seeing the twins. We start seeing the bartender, everyone. And they're all coming after her. And then basically she just like disappears. She's like gone, right?
Yeah,
so
they
Rose is
got her.
officially dead. So then
She's
we
part of
see
the Overlook now.
Yeah. So then we see them go after Zan. So Abra doesn't know this yet. So then
They possessed Danny,
they possess Danny.
and she was like, Uncle Danny, let's get out of here. And then he was like, "Arr." Oh, but we missed the whole part before all that. Oh, this is just bad. Here, John, tell him. Look at his face. He knows we missed so much, and he didn't even bother to tell us. We missed the whole bar scene.
Yeah, I know that, but you guys keep going on and on. So
Like you.
he goes into the infamous gold room, and in the gold room, he sits down
With the stars of
and he sees an empty
midnight.
glass. Then all of a sudden, Lloyd, the bartender, says, "Everything okay, Mr. Torrance?" And he goes, pretty dead here tonight, isn't it, Lloyd? He goes, I'm sure things will pick up. And he goes, oh, it'll definitely pick up, that's for certain. It always picks up at the Overlook. And they're talking. He keeps pouring him a drink. And he says, be a man, take the drink. And of course, Danny's a recovering alcoholic. And Lloyd doesn't realize, or maybe he does, that that's actually his father. Because his father was always part of the Overlook Hotel. So he keeps trying to convince him to drink the medicine. Remember, Katie? He says it.
Yes, and
He says, as a man, you provide for your wife and child. You provide.
What was the thing he said?
the flies.
No, what was the quote he said though? You got mouths to feed,
Yeah,
people depending on you.
yeah.
And he said, what did he say?
I forget.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna look it up though. Do
Mom.
do 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 do. God, what is that?
Oh, he said, let me see.
Come on.
He said, excuse me, Mr. Torrance. Might I say, you look put upon.
Put upon. Yes, that's a good part.
He
Put
said, what does
upon.
that mean? He goes, put upon. As a man, you get married, you have children, you feel put upon. Those mouths you have to feed. A man provides and needs to have his alcohol
Yep.
and his whiskey. Drink it. No, Danny didn't drink it. He threw it, and then he, snapped out of it, because that's when Aubrey said she's here. So we kind of missed that part, but
That's a good part though.
fast forward now to
Fast forward to ambulance.
Stop! Coughing! My mic!
Fast forward. Come on. Fast forward to.
kidding. Just kidding.
Fast forward to the ambulance.
To what ambulance?
For you.
Yes.
So
then.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so then
She's on purpose.
Aubrey ran outside, and she's
like
waiting
that.
for her Uncle Danny.
Uncle Dan.
And Danny doesn't come out. He goes back to the boiler room, and he sits there, and he knows the only way it's going to
crying.
end is that he, goes down with the Overlook Hotel. And it was so sad, because then at the end, they zoomed around, and it was his mom.
Squeeze.
He was young.
Hello.
And Danny was a little boy, and So anyway, you don't know what happens. You assume he dies. So here you go, Katie. Take it up in Aubrey's bedroom.
Yeah, that's a good part.
Which, oh, okay.
She's talking
I know.
to Dan. Okay.
So she starts talking. Oh, before that, Mommy went. She goes. "Ah." Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so Abra's in her bedroom and she's talking. Girl, I thought that Dan was dead, or I mean alive.
What are you doing, Heather?
Putting in his fish. So yeah, so then we see Dan, and I'm like, is he alive or he dead? Turns out he was dead. Don't
Come
cough.
on, let's.
So then we see the mom going, and by the way, they're still talking about stuff, and Abra was saying like, does it get better? We're like, no, but you'll figure it out. And then the mom comes in. Mom, can you not touch my animal?
Come on, God. Okay.
Okay.
This is
So then,
just not doing it right.
so you're on your phone.
Okay. Really?
So that-
I'm
yeah,
doing this.
really.
Okay.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
then really, Daddy, like stop.
Go ahead.
Okay, so then the mom comes in and she's like, dinner's ready, go. So then, she goes out. What?
No, go ahead.
Really? So she goes down to the hall and she's like, I miss Dad. She's like, I do too. So then
Are you
we
crying?
see, no.
That's sad. What? Ooh.
I'm do what you do when you cry.
I don't do mwah when I
No,
cry.
you do, Brian. She goes,
I go.
no.
What the hell?
Mom! Stay for Mom's rap. But Mommy, do you not realize before you cry, you go like...
I
you go,
do?
"Mm." Yeah, you go, not like, mwah.
I didn't
You
do.
go
I
like-
didn't know. Well, now I
You
have to
do.
be aware.
You go, "Mm." Okay.
Okay.
So, and
So
then
she tells her mom.
and then
They live on.
we see the bath. We see the bath lady. And then she shuts the door. And it says, Dr. Sleep. Mom's rap time!
Wait 1 second.
Put him up.
Oh, what? Oh, she's doing something.
Love you, Toby Girl.
That's not what they say.
Say something. Period, sis. Love you. That's a cool. Here for Annabelle. Mom, what are you doing?
Hold down.
Oh God, Mom, we're running out of viewers.
Hold on.
Are we running out of viewers? Don't do that to Annabelle.
Here we go.
No. Okay. Oh my.
And the stars are blue. Midnight. And the stars are blue. Do I sound good? Don't know the other word to it. Oh. Excuse me. Can I steal the microphone for a second, please? Hello. Okay. I have to insist on
Yes,
this.
what?
A little key point in Shining. At the end of this song, excuse me, Brian, I need the camera on me. At the end of this song, they show a picture of Jack Torrance, and he's in the gold room in a photo, and it says July 4th, Overlook Hotel, the year. Do you remember the year, Heather? 1921. And we got it on Click Clack. That's what you kids use for social media. That it was 100 years. Because it was July 4th, 2021. That's just a key fact.
I have a tear.
Here, hold the microphone. Because I'm coughing.
Okay, Mom.
I'm not rapping. I don't know what to say. I have no idea.
Dude, at least do what you did earlier. Remember when you rapped earlier when he said you weren't gonna do it?
I don't know why you do this to me.
Yes!
I have no idea what to say.
I can help you. We can go in order.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go that and then Daddy goes. We all go together. Okay? Hang on, wait. Don't have it.
Dr. Sleep was really deep. His name was Danny. And he had a fanny. That was so horrible.
Girl, you ate? Okay. I'm Dr. Sleep, and I eat, and I'm the bath lady, and I see the twins down the hallway, and I scare
There's
my
no
mom.
way.
And there's no way. And I see Rose with the hose, and she dies in the end, but that doesn't mean it's over, because it's never really over.
The villain in the saga throws the hat. You better believe you will not see a black cat. She's evil in so many ways. But don't be despondent, because she will
Get
eat
you in the maze.
Get you in the maze. The maze. The maze. The maze. Always beware of the snow, because you don't know where Rose the Hat
Oh,
always
where you
comes.
gonna throw?
Or where you're gonna go. Don't be a troll. gonna hide in the hole. When Rose the Hat comes after you, you better not turn blue.
Okay, our daily message, don't cough. Love ya.